This city was under siege for 1,425 days. Snipers controlled the streets. Families starved in basements. Children died walking to school. Today, bullet holes still scar every building, but nobody talks about what happened in the underground tunnels. In 1993, something was discovered beneath Sarajevo that the government tried to erase from history. Documents were burned. Witnesses vanished. And the tunnel that saved 300,000 lives. It's number 7 on this list. But first, you need to understand why this city holds secrets darker than any war crime trial revealed. What you're about to discover isn't just budget travel advice. It's 10 locations in Sarajevo where luxury, tragedy, and shocking affordability collide in ways that'll make you question everything you know about European cities. Where $50 buys experiences that cost $500 anywhere else. And the final location. I almost didn't include it because it exposes something the tourism board desperately hides. But you deserve the truth. Let's begin where silence speaks loudest. Those deaths weren't propaganda. 11,541 civilians documented. 1,601 were children. And today, this city offers something impossible: royal treatment for pocket change. From 5-star Ottoman palaces charging hostel prices to Michelin-quality meals for $8, Sarajevo's tragedy created Europe's most undervalued destination. These 10 locations prove you can live like Balkan royalty on a backpacker budget. Number 3 involves a secret the luxury hotels don't want you knowing. Let's start where kings once walked, and where you'll spend less than a coffee in Paris. Number 10 is Sebelj Fountain in the heart of Bashchashija. This isn't just a fountain. It's where East literally meets West, and where your $50 daily budget begins to feel royal. Built in 1753, this wooden Ottoman structure survived wars, empires, and modernization. The water is still free. The pigeons are still aggressive. And sitting here costs absolutely nothing while tourists in Vienna pay $7 for a similar bench. But here's what nobody tells you. Bashchashija means main market in Turkish. And this cobblestone maze hasn't changed its layout since 1462. The same families have operated copper workshops for 300 years. The same coffee houses serve Bosnian coffee in Dijezva pots, $1, 50 for what would cost $8 in Istanbul. The same Sevepi grills produce the best Balkan street food, 10 pieces of perfection for $3. Yet most tourists photograph the fountain and leave. They miss the underground hand caravanserais where merchants stored silk and spices. They walk past Gazi Husrev Beg Mosque without knowing it's older than St. Peter's Basilica completion. They ignore the Sahat Kula clock tower that still tells lunar time. Here's the secret: arrive at 6 a.m. The city wakes up for you alone. Bread bakers pull someone from wood ovens. Old men sip first coffee. Cats on the streets. This is when Sarajevo shows you its true face, unfiltered, authentic, unchanged. And it costs nothing except your willingness to wake before dawn. The golden morning light through minarets alone is worth the lost sleep. Number 9 is Inat Kuka, the Spite House. And yes, that's the actual name. This restaurant wasn't built, it was moved, stone by stone, across a river, out of pure stubbornness. Welcome to the most Balkan story you'll ever hear. In 1895, Austro-Hungarian authorities decided to demolish this house to build a city hall. The owner, Bent Basha Bey, refused. They offered money. He refused. They threatened him. He refused, so they demolished it anyway. But Bent Basha had the last laugh. He bought the rubble, moved it across the Miljacka River stone by stone, and rebuilt it exactly as it was. The message? You can't break a Bosnian's will. Today, Inat Kuka is Sarajevo's finest traditional restaurant and shockingly affordable. A full feast costs $20. Pita with spinach, kleep dumplings, lamb under satch. Tufahija for dessert. The same meal would be $80 in comparable European restaurants. But here's the secret locals know. Order the Spite House special. It's not on the English menu. Ask for Bent Basha's revenge. They'll smile and bring you a mystery dish that changes daily, costs $12, and is genuinely the chef's best work. The view alone justifies the visit. Riverside seating overlooks the Latin Bridge where World War I started. You're eating spite-fueled lamb while sitting 50 meters from the assassination spot that killed 17 million people. That's Sarajevo, beauty and tragedy in the same breath. Number 8 is the Tunnel of Hope Museum. Entry fee, $5. Emotional impact, priceless. This isn't a museum. It's proof that humans will dig through hell itself to survive. During the siege from 1992 to 1995, Sarajevo was completely surrounded. No food, no medicine, no weapons, 380,000 people trapped like fish in a barrel. Snipers controlled every street, so they dug, by hand, through 800 meters of waterlogged clay under the airport, under UN peacekeepers who pretended not to notice. The tunnel took 4 months. 60 miners working around the clock in shifts, water up to their knees, constant flooding. Cave-ins that killed 7 workers, but they finished it. And that tunnel saved 300,000 lives. Food came through. Weapons came through. 20 million liters of fuel came through. 4,000 tons of supplies came through. Entire families escaped through, crawling in darkness with children on their backs. Today, only 20 meters remain preserved in a family's basement. The family still lives there, still gives tour. Their house took 600 shells during the war, bullet holes everywhere. They refused to fix them. The daughter who guides you? She was 9 years old in the siege. She remembers hiding in the same basement while shells landed. Now she shares that memory with strangers for $5. That's not tourism, that's bearing witness. Already you've discovered places most travelers will never hear about. If you're sitting comfortably right now, maybe on your bed, your couch, or even watching on the train, buckle up, because what's coming next is even more mind-blowing. But real quick, if you're enjoying this journey so far, hit that like button. It genuinely helps other curious travelers discover these hidden gems. Now, let's keep moving. Number 7 is Yellow Fortress at sunset. And here's the truth nobody tells you. This is the best view in all of Europe. For free, 0 entry fee, no tickets, no reservations. Just show up and witness something that would cost $50 at any other landmark. Built in 1729 by the Ottomans as a defensive position, Yellow Fortress now serves one purpose, making tourists cry from beauty overload. The entire Sarajevo Valley spreads below you, red rooftops cascading down the hillside, white minarets piercing the skyline, mountains forming a natural amphitheater, and at sunset, the whole city turns gold, literally. The limestone buildings reflect the setting sun, creating a golden hour that lasts 90 minutes. But here's what makes this spot legendary among budget travelers. It's Sarajevo's living room. Every evening, hundreds gather here. Locals bring homemade wine. Students bring guitars. Couples bring blankets. Street vendors sell burek for $1. Someone always has a bottle of rakaja to share. You're not just watching sunset, you're joining a daily ritual that's been happening for decades. The secret? Arrive 90 minutes before sunset. Claim your spot on the fortress wall. The locals sit on the left side, tourists on the right, but nobody enforces it. Buy a sevapi wrap from the vendor at the entrance for $2. Then just wait. As the sun drops, watch the entire city transform. The mosques call evening prayer and harmony. The streetlights flicker on in waves. The valley exhales. This is when you understand why people call Sarajevo the Jerusalem of Europe. It's spiritual without being religious, profound without being pretentious. And it costs absolutely nothing. Number 6 is Vrelo Bosni, the spring of the Bosnia River. Entry fee, $1.50. Peace of mind, infinite. This isn't a park. It's proof that nature doesn't care about human wars. 10 kilometers from the city center, the Bosnia River emerges from underground springs at the base of Mount Igman. Crystal clear water bubbling straight from limestone. 40 springs feeding into one river. The water is so pure, locals drink it straight from the source. In summer, it's 10 degrees Celsius. In winter, it never freezes. Geography creates miracles here. The park stretches 3 kilometers of shaded pathways alongside the springs. Massive plane trees forming cathedral ceilings. Wooden bridges every 50 meters. Ducks, swans, and occasionally confused trout. And here's the kicker, you can rent a horse-drawn carriage for $10 to ride the full length. Yes, actual horses. Yes, the driver wears traditional dress. Yes, it's touristy. And yes, it's worth every penny because you're gliding through Eden for less than a movie ticket. But the real secret? Picnic culture. Locals bring entire kitchens here. Grills, tables, coffee sets. Families claim spots under the trees and spend entire Sundays eating, drinking coffee, and playing cards. For $20, you can buy a full picnic setup from the entrance vendor. Fresh bread, cheese, ajvar, grilled meats, fruit. Then you just join the ritual. Nobody judges. Everyone shares. This is how Sarajevo recovers from trauma, sitting under trees, eating slowly, and letting the sound of spring water wash everything clean. prices are blowing your mind, imagine what's coming next. We've barely scratched the surface. Do me a favor, hit that like button right now if you're enjoying this. And if you want more secret destinations every week, subscribe to Explore World AI. Seriously, you'll thank me later. Now, back to the journey. Number 5 is absolutely insane. Number 5 is the abandoned Olympic bobsled track on Mount Trebevic. Entry fee, 0. Emotional gut punch, guaranteed. This is where Olympic glory became a sniper's nest, where gold medal dreams turned into war nightmares, where concrete that once carried champions now carries street art and ghosts. In 1984, Sarajevo hosted the Winter Olympics. The world watched. Athletes flew down this track at 130 kilometers per hour. Yugoslavia was proud. The future looked bright. 8 years later, Serbian forces occupied this same mountain. They pointed artillery down at the city. For 1,425 days, they fired from these curves. The track became a front line. Sections were blown apart for defensive positions. The smooth concrete was scarred by bullets and shells. The Olympics died here. Today, it's one of the world's most photographed ruins. Graffiti artists from 40 countries have transformed it into an open-air gallery. Every meter is covered. Some pieces are beautiful, some are political, some are angry, all are free to see. Budget travelers hike up from the cable car station, 20 minutes uphill. The track winds through forest for 1,300 meters. You can walk the entire length, touching history and tragedy with your hands. But here's what locals won't tell tourists. At night, young Bosnians come here to drink, smoke, and reclaim the mountain their parents feared. They blast music. They paint new graffiti. They make out in the curves. They're saying, "You tried to bury us, but we are alive." The track isn't just a ruin. It's a middle finger to war, and experiencing it costs nothing but the hike up and the weight of what you're walking through. We're past the halfway point. If you're still here, you're not just watching, you're experiencing travel differently. Most people scroll away by now, but not you. And that's exactly why I saved the most surprising discoveries for the final stretch. Before we get there though, if you haven't hit subscribe yet, now's the perfect time. You'll thank yourself when next week's video drops. Trust me on this one. Let's continue. Number 4 is Başçarşıcı Nights, specifically Kazançalak, the coppersmith street. After dark, this place transforms. And what costs you? Maybe $5 for the best Turkish coffee of your life and front row seats to Sarajevo's soul. When sun sets, the craftsmen close their shops. Tourists thin out. Locals emerge. Suddenly, the same cobblestones that hosted crowds now belong to Sarajevo's night owls. The coffee houses fill with old men playing tabla backgammon. Young couples share Nigel hookahs. Students argue politics over thick Bosnian coffee. Nobody rushes. Time moves differently here. The copper shops that sell tourist trinkets by day become something else at night. The rhythmic hammering continues in back rooms. Third-generation coppersmiths working on commissioned pieces. If you stand outside shops after 10 p.m., you'll hear that distinct metallic rhythm that's been the soundtrack of this street for 500 years. Here's the secret: ask to watch. Most craftsmen welcome it. They're proud. They'll show you technique their grandfathers taught them. They might even let you try hammering. No charge, just respectful interest. The coffee ritual is sacred. Order Bosnian coffee, not Turkish. Locals are offended by the mix-up. It arrives in a dijezva with grounds settling. Sip slowly. Make it last an hour. When you pay 3 km, maybe $1.50, you've bought not just coffee, but time. And in Sarajevo's old town at night, time is the luxury money can't really buy. We're in the home stretch now, and the best is still ahead. But before we reveal the top 3 destinations, here's the thing. If you haven't liked this video yet, what are you waiting for? It takes 1 second and helps massively. And subscribe to Explore World AI if you want to discover more places like these every single week. Alright, let's finish strong. Number 3 will shock you. Number 3 is the Sarajevo cable car Trebevic Shachara. Round trip, $12. View, worth $1,000. Story, priceless. This cable car shouldn't exist. It was destroyed, completely. For 26 years, it was dead. Then Sarajevo brought it back to life. Original cable car opened in 1959. 6 minutes from city to Mount Trebevic summit. Yugoslavians loved it, weekend escape, romantic spot, tourist attraction. Then 1992 came. The siege started. Serbian forces on the mountain cut the cables. Stations were shelled. The cars fell. For 2 decades, twisted metal hung as a memorial to what was lost. But in 2018, Sarajevo rebuilt it. Same route, modern cars. The engineering challenge was insane, rebuilding on a war-damaged mountain. Cost 25 million euros. Sarajevo didn't have that money, but they found it, because this cable car means something beyond transportation. It's proof they survived. It's reclaiming their mountain. It's saying, you broke us, but we rebuild. Today, the ride is stunning. 6 minutes ascending 1,160 vertical meters. Watching the city shrink below, red rooftops giving way to forest. The moment you see the entire valley, most tourists cry. Not from beauty alone, from understanding what this ride represents. At the top, the old bobsled track is 20 minutes hike. Restaurants charging Sarajevo prices, not mountain resort prices. Hiking trails through nature that was a battlefield. And the view, you're standing where snipers stood, but now you're drinking coffee and marveling at beauty instead of planning death. The cable car runs until midnight in summer. Night rides cost the same. Seeing Sarajevo lit up from above, that's the $12 best spent in your entire Balkans trip. Is Markel Market, and I need to tell you something dark before we talk about the food. This market was bombed. Twice. 1994, 68 people killed while shopping for vegetables. 1995, 43 more killed. Same market, same innocent civilians just buying tomatoes and bread. The world watched on TV. That second massacre finally pushed NATO to intervene. This market's blood ended the siege. Today, life floods back in defiance. Markel is Sarajevo's beating heart. The same stalls that sold vegetables in 1994 sell them today, often run by survivors or their children. The market operates every morning except Sunday. By 7 a.m., it's chaos. Farmers from the valleys bringing produce, butchers arranging cuts, cheese vendors shouting prices, coffee sellers brewing first cups. And the prices, insanely affordable. Fresh vegetables for $2, homemade cheese for $4 per kilo, bread still warm for 50 cents. But here's what makes Marka legendary: the food stalls surrounding it. This is where budget travelers eat like kings. Sevapi for $3, Kleep dumplings for $4, Gras bean stew for $2, pita slices for $1.50. These aren't tourist traps, locals eat here daily. The quality is absurd, homemade, massive portions. And watching locals barter, joke, and argue over prices while eating together, that's Sarajevo refusing to be broken. The market opens at 6 a.m. Arrive at 7 for the full experience. Buy ingredients, then eat at surrounding stalls. Your total spend for a morning feast? Maybe $10. Your cultural immersion? Priceless. Number 1 is the Sarajevo Roses. Cost, free. Emotional weight, crushing. This isn't a location, it's 200 plus locations scattered across the city. And walking between them will teach you more about Sarajevo than any museum ever could. Sarajevo Roses are mortar blast craters in the pavement filled with red resin. Each rose marks where a mortar shell killed civilians. The city filled the craters with red to create permanent memorials. Red like blood, red like roses, red like remembrance. They're everywhere: sidewalks, intersections, market squares. Some days you'll walk past 5 without noticing. Other days you'll see one and have to stop walking. There are over 200 documented roses, but nobody knows the exact count. Some have faded, some were paved over accidentally. New ones are occasionally discovered during construction. The largest concentration? Sniper Alley, Zed Marja Od Bosni Street. Walking that street means walking through a cemetery without bodies. Each rose a life. Each life a story you'll never know. Here's what destroys you: realizing these people died doing normal things, buying bread, walking to work, waiting for a tram. One rose marks where a woman was killed carrying groceries. Another marks where a child died playing football. Normal life interrupted by random death for 1,425 days. The self-guided walking tour is simple. Start at Markel Market Roses, walk down Furhadija Street, cross Sniper Alley, end at the Tunnel Museum. 3 hours, zero cost. Bring water, bring tissues, don't bring expectations of enjoying yourself. This isn't tourism, this is witnessing. And the price of admission is emotional labor, processing that humans did this to other humans over ethnicity and geography. That's the real cost, and everyone should pay it. From Ottoman fountains to Olympic ruins, from siege tunnels to cable car resurrections, Sarajevo proves that $50 daily doesn't limit experiences. It amplifies them when you know where to look. Number 1 shocked me most. Those roses force you to see a city's soul. If this journey moved you, hit that like button and drop a comment with which location surprised you most. Subscribe to Explore World AI. Next week, we're revealing Europe's most underrated capital for under $40 daily. The adventure never stops.